In Maharashtra, the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party-led Mahayuti alliance has crossed the halfway mark, leading in 142 seats of the 288 seats in all. In that, we see BJP leading on 111 seats, Shiv Sena on 56, and the third partner of the alliance, NCP, on 34 seats. Congress there on 24 seats, Shiv Sena Uddhav faction 16, NCP Sharad Pawar faction on 18, others scalping 18 seats. A clear lead, nearly a two-thirds lead for the BJP alliance in Maharashtra. Those are the numbers that we're looking at. Leads for 277 out of 288 seats are out. We're looking at the western state of Maharashtra at the moment. BJP leading now on 112 seats. Shiv Sena, this is the Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena leading on 56. NCP of Ajit Pawar leading on 33. It looks like a clear vote of confidence for the BJP alliance, for the Shiv Sena and the NCP becoming clear who has the people's mandate, at least as far as these trends are concerned. Trends for 277 seats out of 288 seat Maharashtra Assembly is out. Congress there struggling on 23. Shiv Sena Uddhav on 17 and NCP Sharad Pawar on 17. From Maharashtra, let's go across to the eastern state of Jharkhand. Let's see how the numbers stack at the moment. Counting is underway in Jharkhand, where polling for 81 assembly seats were held in two phases on 13th and 20th. The numbers as they stand at the moment: BJP leading on 38, AJSU, the alliance partner, leading on 5, JMM, Hemant Soren's party, incumbent chief minister, leading on 19, Congress leading on 10 seats, RJD, alliance partner of the India Alliance, leading on 1 and others on 6. A clear lead maintained by BJP alliance in both Maharashtra as well as Jharkhand. Those numbers we're looking at coming in from Jharkhand at the moment. Leads on 79 seats out of 81 are in front of us. Let's look at other set of graphics to see the data is coming in from the states of Maharashtra and Jharkhand. For Jharkhand, if we look at the leads, these are, of course, the trends. These are not final result. We are only talking about leads at the moment. Out of 81 seats, leads are visible on 79. BJP, and we're comparing it with 2024 and 2019. In 2019, BJP won 25 seats. This time over, BJP leading on 38. AJSU won 2 seats in the previous elections. This time leading on 5. A clear improvement as far as the performance is concerned. A clear setback for incumbent Chief Minister Hemant Soren, JMM, that scalped 30 seats in 2019. In 2024, is leading on only 19 seats. And it's not very good news for Congress either. Into alliance with the JMM in 2019, had 16 seats to contribute. This time leading only on 10. So a clear lead for the BJP and AJSU combined at the moment as far as Jharkhand is concerned. This is the comparison of the leads as they stood, the victories and the leads vis-a-vis 2019 and 2024. The data that is just coming in, out of 81, we're looking at the leads in 79 seats at the moment. We'll also look at a similar data for Maharashtra, assembly elections in Jharkhand and Maharashtra. We'll look at more sets of data to understand the manner in which trends are coming in, but it looks like a clear advantage BJP alliance in both the states of Maharashtra and Jharkhand. These data that we're looking at the moment coming in from Jharkhand. If we can have another set of data to look at the manner in which trends are also coming in from Maharashtra. The counting of votes for the by-polls to 48 assembly seats in 13 states and 2 parliamentary seats in Nanded in Maharashtra, Wayanad in Kerala is also underway, the by-poll seats. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is leading, as we hear, from Wayanad at the moment. And let's now talk about the key candidates in the critical state of Maharashtra in the west. We'll have those graphics also on the screen as we speak. Chief Minister, before that, here the leads are coming in from Shiv Sena. Gulab Rao Patil from Jalgaon rural constituency is leading. Sudhir Mungadiwar from Ballarpur of the BJP is leading in Maharashtra. BJP alliance, the trend suggests moving towards a historic win if the trends were to convert into wins. There we have incumbent Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is leading from the Kopri Pachpakari seat in Maharashtra, representing the Shiv Sena. Devendra Fadnavis, former Chief Minister, incumbent Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Nagpur Southwest of the BJP, leading as we speak. Important trends and leads for the BJP and alliance. There we have the new NCP Supremo Ajit Pawar from the Baramati seat of Maharashtra, the seat which is seeing the most interesting family battle. Aditya Thackeray, Shiv Sena Uddhav faction, is leading as far as the Worli seat is concerned. Uddhav Thackeray, future of the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction. Amit Thackeray from Mahim is trailing at the moment. He represents the MNS of Raj Thackeray. We're looking at some of the key candidates in Maharashtra. Amit Thackeray from Mahim is trailing at the moment. He represents the MNS. We're looking at some key candidates from Maharashtra. Let's also turn to the guests who are joining us in the program now, also our reporters from the ground. Shantanu Gupta, political analyst, is joining us at the moment. Akshay and Shishir would be joining us from Ranchi and Mumbai in just a bit. Shantanu Gupta, welcome to DD India. Now, we'd like to know your first comments on the manner in which the BJP and alliance appear to be maintaining a clear lead. These are, of course, the initial trends, but the manner in which the gap is increasing between the two sides is dramatic.
Bindu, I realized that by 10 it must be second or third round. So I think these are decently consolidated trend. And I think in Maharashtra and Jharkhand, both, I think NDA alliance is doing very good. And in Maharashtra particularly, BJP is touching his 2014 numbers when it fought all alone. And now maybe Ajit Gut of NCP is not even needed. So that's why I think BJP is surging the numbers that you're showing on screen, 112. That's a brilliant number and a brilliant strike rate, because BJP is only fought on almost 148, 150 seats. So Australia-India match is going on. We talk about strike rates. So it's a brilliant strike rate also. And as I think voter has got into his mind, ki batenge to katenge, and voter is not seems to be divided. They're standing behind BJP's development, BJP's nationalism, BJP's Hindutva. And also it's getting clear who is the real Shiv Sena and who's the real NCP. Not only the symbol. Election Commission has given the symbol to the factions which are with NDA. But today, people are also shown, I think, which is the real Shiv Sena and which is the real NCP. So these are the, I think, outcome of these early trends, I think.
Absolutely. And Shantanu, if you look at Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena performance, they are getting very interesting numbers as well. So it's a vote on Eknath Shinde's short tenure as well, in a way.
Exactly. See, when he came out of Shiv Sena, he has only 37 members. NDA made him. And that's also a sacrifice by Devendra Fadnavis, that a party which has 100 plus seats made Eknath Shinde as chief minister. Oh, now Milind Deora on the lead. That's a very, very interesting trend. I'm just seeing on the screen from Worli. Yeah, that's a very, very interesting trend. So yeah, you're right. Also salute to Eknath Shinde. And it can only happen in Indian democracy that a chaiwala can become a prime minister and an auto wala. And I think your viewers should know that Eknath Shinde was an auto driver. And he rose to the ranks of a chief minister just by sheer hard work. And who is carrying the legacy of Hindu Hriday Samrat Bala Saheb Thackeray? This is very, very, very evident. Because we have seen during the election that Uddhav Thackeray has become Janab Uddhav Thackeray. And Eknath Shinde emerged as a real person who is carrying the legacy of Bala Saheb Thackeray. That's also becoming more and more evident. And Eknath Shinde obviously leading, I'm seeing on the screen from his seat, which was quite obvious. But Milind Deora leading is a very, very interesting trend, which is first time on DD screen.
Right. Shantanu, I'll come to you. Let me get some updates from the ground in Mumbai. Shishir Shelar, my colleague, is just outside the BJP office. Shishir, is the buzz now increasing? In the morning it was quieter, but the numbers look, at least the trends look good to celebrate at the moment for the BJP. Shishir, we can't hear you. If you can,
Haryana's assembly polls here, and probably that's the reason the leaders in Maharashtra must have taken cue and probably looking quite cautiously at this point in time. The numbers, even though looking quite interesting from BJP's perspective, but still there's no early reaction from any of the BJP leaders' side also. We've just seen that the sweets have arrived at the BJP office, and probably they will wait for some more time because these are the initial trains, and that's the reason especially leaders from the BJP side is awaiting for the clearer picture to come probably next couple of hours. But obviously, Subhendu, many questions will be answered today pertaining to who will be the chief minister and which alliance will come into power. But moreover, the most important factor is that this is the first assembly polls wherein the two important parties actually, which have seen the split among themselves, is going for the assembly polls, and now the people will decide the fate that who is favorite amongst the split. Has happened between Shiv Sena and NCP. We have Shiv Sena Shinde camp and we have Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray camp. We have NCP Ajit Pawar camp. We have NCP Sharad Pawar camp now. And after this split, this is the first election, and that's the reason it's quite crucial. And even that is the only reason probably we may have seen that even the political pundit and the expert have not given any indication, probably any numbers also that who will get how many numbers. Even if you look at the exit polls also, we have seen quite a different kind of exit polls. Some of the exit polls going neck and neck, and some has given upper hand to the NDA alliance, that is Yuti in Maharashtra. So obviously the picture so far also that we have seen here is quite good from the BJP side, but still we have to wait for some more time. That's what the reaction we're getting from the BJP. But this time around, as I told you, that many questions will be answered here. The question is not just about the party, but of course about the ideology that Maharashtra's voters have casted their vote. We have seen different narratives also. But most importantly, the very a big announcement made by the both the alliance, the India Alliance and the India Alliance in Maharashtra is quite crucial. What we have seen in particularly manifestos here is that some of the important popular schemes announced by both the parties here, and that's the reason even the voters have kept a very close tab on it, that what exactly they're gonna get. If any of these alliance comes into power.
That's right, Shishir.
The manifestos have become quite important aspect.
Right, Shishir. And in that context, Shishir, in that context, we'll talk about women voters, but in just a bit, we also have to cover ground in Jharkhand. Let's go across to Ranchi as we speak. Akshay Dongre, our colleague, is outside a counting station. Akshay, fill us in with the latest. We, of course, will have the latest graphics also on the screen. If you can have the latest graphics, details, leads and trends on the screen for Jharkhand at the moment. It looks like advantage BJP alliance in Jharkhand at the moment. Akshay.
Well, clearly, Shubhendu, when it comes to Jharkhand as well, along with Maharashtra, it seems that the BJP is gaining big. And in fact, when we look at the early trends, and though we are specifying the word early, but they are indicative at this point of time that where the election.
And Akshay, if I can just inform our viewers about the leads that are coming in. If I can just fill in the viewers with the leads that are coming in on your screens at the moment. Leads are there for all the 81 seats of the assembly. BJP leading on 38. Remember, 41 is the halfway mark. BJP leading on 38. If you can have that graphic plate once again. BJP is maintaining a clear lead and a setback for Hemant Soren and JMM in alliance with the Congress. Let's have that graphics on the screen as we speak so that we can tell our viewers about the manner in which trends are coming in. There we have Adsu leading on 5 in alliance with the BJP. Remember, 41 is the halfway mark. This makes it 43, 38 plus 5. JMM on 20, Congress on 11, RJD 1. All these three, JMM, INC and RJD. Are in alliance, and others on leading on 6 seats. Also, we look at some of the candidates, important key candidates in Jharkhand. If you can have that graphics on the screen before we get a comment from our expert and the reporters. Now, this is Jharkhand from Bokaro. Biranchi Narayan of the BJP is leading on the Bokaro seat. Biranchi Narayan from the BJP leading on the Bokaro seat. Amar Bauri of the BJP leading on the Chandan Kyari seat. 38 seats, the BJP is maintaining a lead as we speak. 81 seats in Jharkhand Assembly. Next, we are looking at a Congress candidate, Banna Gupta, on Jamshedpur West seat is maintaining a lead. It's been a struggle for the INC as well, leading only on 11 seats out of 81. Then we have Sudesh Mahato of Adsu leading on the Sili seats in Jharkhand. We're looking at key candidates in the state of Jharkhand as the data is coming in. Babulal Marandi, the first leader, Chief Minister of Jharkhand from the BJP, leading on Dhanwar seat assembly constituency. Babulal Marandi there, big name. Hemant Soren, incumbent Chief Minister. He is leading, representing the JMM in Barhet seat. So there we have Akshay, important leads there, with the BJP alliance maintaining a clear lead in Jharkhand, and setback for Hemant Soren as far as strengths are concerned.
Well, absolutely, Shubhendu. From the early trends, we can see that the BJP is now just a few seats away from the halfway mark when it comes to the early trends, and that in fact has come out as a major news for the Bharatiya Janata Party, along with the the seats that we are seeing in Maharashtra now. Maharashtra, there was already an incumbent government of the Bharatiya Janata Party along with its allies, that was Mahayukti Agadi. But here, the situation was different. In Jharkhand specifically, there was a government of the Jharkhand. There is rather a government of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha with Hemant Soren as the chief minister, along with the allies such as the Indian National Congress. And now, looking at the political scenario and the factor of the anti-incumbency, looking at also the kind of polling percentage, we can say that the people wanted a change. The people were looking for a change, specifically because the last 5 years, a lot of politics we have seen taking place, but not a lot of work on the ground. For example, I'm right now in Ranchi city. We have travelled for the election coverage, as well as since we have come here, we have in fact realized that even for the capital, the infrastructure is not adequate when it comes to basic amenities such as a good hospital, good schools, and good universities, colleges. They are lacking when it comes to
let me take that
modern
point.
Infrastructure that they require to provide the services.
Let me take that point of the development needs to our guest Shantanu Gupta. Shantanu, for a state craving for development, which was yet to see the kind of political stability that one would expect, some 9 governments in the first 14 years of its formation. What do these trends tell us about where the political landscape of Jharkhand is headed?
I think, Shubhendu, you're right. When the 3 states, Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, formed in year 2000, Uttarakhand and Chhattisgarh have seen stable governments, be the different parties. But you're perfectly right, in Jharkhand, even none of the chief ministers, apart from Raghuvar Das, has able to complete the full term properly, right? So I think now in this 24/7 media, when the people of Jharkhand are seeing how the Gujarats and Maharashtras and Uttar Pradesh of the world are developing, they are also aspiring for a stable government. So I think now onwards, to my understanding, Jharkhand will see stable government. They will also vote for development, because as I said in this word of media, they're seeing what's happening in a Mumbai or a Delhi or a Bangalore or a Hyderabad. So I think they're looking for development. As your reporter was saying, even when you land in Ranchi, you don't even realize you are landing in a capital. And on the political thing, when I'm seeing Ajsu, that's also a very important type of BJP. To your viewers, the last time Ajsu is a student party. It started as a student party. In fact, the first election they filed from their hostel rooms when they started as a party. And last time BJP failed to do the tie with them. There was some problem with sheet sharing. This time Ajsu is contesting on 10 seats. And their influence is on also other multiple seats, because they are very popular among youth. So that's also a very good factor which we will be seeing in the outcome. And in your early trends, I think it's already 41, more than 41 when I combine BJP and Ajsu. So they're already crossed the halfway mark, which is 41 in Jharkhand. Yeah.
That's right, Shantanu. Also, Adivasis tribal make up for a significant section of the population, over a quarter of the population. Both sides have tried to particularly woo this section of the population. Hemant Soren, of course, using his own identity as a tribal leader. What do you think appears to have worked for the BJP if these trends were to then transform into results?
There are multiple things. You're right. Jharkhand is one of the predominantly tribal states of India. And BJP has faced some flack, while Raghuvar Das, who was a non-tribal, he was the chief minister. A lot of people had a problem that why in a state which is tribal-led, there is a non-tribal chief minister. So now Babulal Marandi is the helm of state affairs in BJP. He is the state president. even our president, Draupadi Murmu ji, who comes from a tribal community, tribal community take a huge pride that a woman tribal reaches such a height. And also the work of RSS through Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram in the deep pockets, in the deep tribal pockets of Jharkhand and other tribal belts of India also helped BJP in turn. And from the JMM side, how JMM leader went to jail, he allotted the mining on his own. So it's become a very, instead of a tribal party, JMM seems like a family party. I think that's gone to people's head. And we have seen how a lot of Ghuspetiyas, how a lot of infiltrators are supported by JMM Congress, and that BJP brought to light. I think these are the factors that playing out in tribal voters' mind, to my understanding.
Right. Akshay Dongre, our correspondent, is in Ranchi. Akshay, I understand that you have to go for a coverage for a moment, but if you can let us know the kind of dramatic year that Hemant Soren has had as a chief minister, being accused for corruption, going to jail, then also getting released and taking back his position. How did that play out in the mind of the voter?
Well, not as well as it was thought by the JMM to play out, because they in fact were banking on banking on this hope that it would this entire fiasco involving the chief minister himself, and then the wife of chief minister coming into the picture, and then chief minister coming out of the jail. So all of this had led to an expectation for the JMM that there will be some sympathy among the voters, especially when it comes to the tribal voters of the state that comprise in a major chunk, that comprise a major chunk of the voting percentage, or rather the population of the state. But that did not happen in reality when it comes to the ground. So that has not gone JMM way, it seems, from the early trends that we are seeing right now. And the situation, it seems, has perhaps gone the other direction, where the people have been questioning the chief minister's role in these kind of allegations as well. So there is this situation where Shubhendu, people see that there has been no development in the state. People see that in the 5 years of JMM government, not much has changed in the state. But then again, you also see corruption charges against the chief minister himself. So that has put a perspective on the ground that perhaps the reason why development hasn't happened is because there was actually some corruption happening in the state at the level of the chief minister, at the level of the government. So our people were quite upset about the fact that while there is no development happening on the ground, there are cases of corruption coming up, and a few politicians are making money, and the people are left to live as they were living 5 years back. So all of these political scenarios have played out in different areas differently, but when we look at the larger message, it was in the perspective of the voter as well, and it was in the mind of the people that the reason why the development is not happening on the ground is perhaps because of the corruption that is being done by the government.
All right, Akshay, I'll come to you again in a bit from Jharkhand. Let's go across to Maharashtra. If you can again have the leads, the map, the data of Maharashtra on our screens while we go across to our correspondent, Yogesh Sheetal, who is at an interesting location. He is just outside Matoshri, Uddhav Thackeray's residence. All right, that's the chart at the moment of the leads in Maharashtra. 286 seats out of 288 seats of the assembly that we're looking at. Look at those numbers. BJP storming ahead at 124 seats. One just changed as I speak. Shiv Sena, this is the Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena with the bow and arrow symbol ahead on 55 seats. We're looking at the NCP, Ajit Pawar faction on 36. So clear lead for the BJP Mahayuti alliance in Maharashtra. The Congress, the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction, the NCP, Sharad Pawar faction. People appear to have spoken clearly if these leads were to convert into final results. Yogesh, what is the mood outside Matoshri as we speak? Uddhav Thackeray, it appears, has not been able to create the magic he managed in the Lok Sabha election a few months ago.
Very good morning, Shubhendu. Shubhendu, yes, right. You can see behind me there's complete silence outside Matosri. Usually we see recently also in the parliamentary election we see often on the movement of the leaders like Sanjay Raut or the local leaders, corporators, local party workers. But as of now there's complete silence. There's no movement since morning. Yes, you are right that BJP has made a strong comeback after parliamentary elections, and especially in tribal belt. In North Maharashtra particularly, from Nasik to Dhule to Jalgaon to Nandurbar, these are basically tribal belt area of Maharashtra, just like in Western Maharashtra we know the sugar belt. In Northern Maharashtra basically the performance of BJP is ultimate, you can see at this point in time, because in Dhule particularly where the PM Narendra Modi had started his campaigning for assembly elections in Dhule and Nasik. In Dhule, out of 5 assembly seats, 4 BJP is leading as of now. In 11 constituencies in Jalgaon, 10 constituencies BJP, you can see Mahayuti is leading at this point in time. And similarly in Nandurbar and also the Nasik and Ahmednagar, some pockets of Ahmednagar which come in that North Maharashtra part. So yes, in tribal area basically, because in parliamentary elections what we had seen that BJP had got setback in these belt areas. But now BJP has made a strong comeback, and also we had seen that how course corrective measures were taken by the party, and the Devendra Fadnavis, the deputy CM and the senior BJP leader in Maharashtra, the top leader, he had also make a statement at various occasions in the the BJP executive meeting in Pune also, that BJP will ensure that no narratives that are launched by the Congress or the MUVA will be playing a role in this election, and how to counter those narratives, how to dodge the narrative. The BJP and Mahayuti have taken various course corrective measures, and that measures have certainly made some good result, and this is what we are witnessing here in the early trends.
Right.
Back to you.
Stay with us, Yogesh. Shantanu, if you look at the data coming in from Maharashtra, there were some interesting performances in the Lok Sabha election a few months ago, especially for the MVA for Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena as well. How have things changed in the span of a few months in the state? How do you read it?
Shubhendu, I think there are a couple of things. I think in the Lok Sabha election, the split in Shiv Sena and the split in NCP was the first time for the voters. It was very difficult for the voters to realize where the legacy stands. That's point number one. The Jhatajhat fake scheme of Congress, the Samvidhan Khatre Mein Hai narrative worked in many states, that worked also in Maharashtra. And what has changed, I think BJP has gone back to the drawing board, and they're saying one is the batenge to katenge, ek hai to safe hai, how the community should come together. That has worked for BJP and NDA in Haryana also. And also the Ladki Behna scheme, where almost 5 installments have gone. Because see, announcing a scheme is, Shubhendu, is one thing, and implementing the scheme to the T, I think that's the core of Prime Minister Modi, starting from center and various state governments of BJP. If they announce a scheme, they use technology, they use a cadre, they use government machinery, and make sure the government scheme reaches. So if anyone announces a scheme, people believing BJP and NDA is far more. And also, I think you have to give it to Eknath Shinde, that how we hear that he used to meet people at till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the night. The doors of Varsha, the official resident of Chief Minister of Maharashtra, was open till late night, and he's become a public Chief Minister. So all of them, I think, worked in the favor, and people have realized that where the Vikas and development of Maharashtra, Mumbai lied. I think that's why the trend is. But I think the Jharkhand trends are changing, so I think that's might be a little worrying for BJP at this moment. Yeah.
And staying with Maharashtra at the moment, we're also looking at the key candidates in Maharashtra, a comparison of the lead and the vote margin. Imtiaz Ali of AIMIM leading as far as the seat of Aurangabad East is concerned. Atul Save of the BJP trailing at the moment. Baramati seats, an important seat of contest. Ajit Pawar of the NCP is leading. And NCP Sharad Pawar's Yugendra Panwar is trailing as we speak. We're looking at some key candidates and how they fare against one another across key seats in Maharashtra. Dendoshi, Shiv Sena Sanjay Nirupam, the erstwhile Congress leader, is leading from the seat, and trailing is Sunil Prabhu from the same seat, from representing the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction. This is Maharashtra's Dendoshi seat. We look at Karat South. Interesting there. Atul Bhosle of the BJP leading by a margin of, very slim margin of over 1,500 votes. Prithviraj Chavan, former Chief Minister, Congress leader, trailing from the speed as we speak. Also, we look at now the big seat of the Chief Minister, incumbent Chief Minister himself, Eknath Shinde, leading on the Kopri Panchpakari seat in Maharashtra, and Kedar Dighe of Shiv Sena Uddhav trailing. We'll also have those numbers in just a bit. We look at a Kudal seat as well. Nilesh Rane of the Shiv Sena leading, and Shiv Sena's Vaibhav Naik, this is Uddhav faction, is trailing at the moment. Shantanu, another point I wanted to bring in was that there's so many regional powers this time over, particularly in Maharashtra, that one forgets to talk about the kind of role that Prime Minister Modi's presence, his appeal works in these elections. He's just come back for the third term a few months ago in the Lok Sabha elections. How did his input be a game changer for the BJP in these elections, in Maharashtra in particular?
Shubhendu, I think that's a very important factor that you brought in. You know, this year, 2024, there were 70 elections in 70 countries.
Yes.
Right? And in 60 of them, the incumbent lost. And where Narendra Modi is coming for the third time, right? So, having a presidency or the heading of a country is difficult for the second time. Someone coming the third time, meaning the people of India have a huge reliance, huge respect for his work. And that credibility he brings in every election, wherever he goes. So, his presence in any election basically gives the three elements that if Narendra Modi is standing, he is standing for development. If Narendra Modi is standing, he is standing for Hindu resilience. If Narendra Modi is standing, he is standing for nationalism. So I think he's like the brand India that goes everywhere wherever he travels. So you're right. So though we talked about a lot of small factors because there are multiple parties in Maharashtra, but you're right. The main factor, which is like the gluing factor across all these factors, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi factor. And as I told you, he's one of the few Prime Minister across the world who must have able to gain third time Prime Ministership of a country as large as India.
Right. And finally, Shantanu, with a clear lead in Maharashtra that BJP alliance is maintaining, do you still read a certain degree of complexity within the alliance of both the one that is leading and the one that is trailing? Who could be the chief minister, for example?
Yeah, I think because there are multiple parties, you know, that's a very, very tricky solution, tricky answer. And I'm sure we all know that in 2019, Devendra Fadnavis won the second mandate, right? And then Uddhav Thackeray did what he did. And this time also, because BJP is 126, I highly doubt that BJP will give up the chief minister post of a state as big as Maharashtra after having such a great performance. See, 126 is almost 85-90% strike rate. And I've just seen the scoreboard. Australia got all out at 100. So India and development of India is doing good everywhere. So I doubt BJP will leave the chief minister post after such a brilliant performance. And I doubt Shinde Sena have any problem. Shinde ji became the chief minister when they have only 37 seats. And so when BJP has 126 or of that order of seat, I think the chief ministership go to BJP, to my understanding.
We'll have to see
how the numbers
We'll have to see how quickly these election results and the Perth test results come in. But for now, thank you very much, Shantanu Gupta, Akshay Dongre, Shishir, Yogesh for joining us for this broadcast. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates as we return to our election stories. And still to come on DD India News Hour.